Hi there, everybody. I hope everybody's doing well today. Welcome to Living Light Channel. You know how sometimes we all go through a point in time where we may be feeling down or feel like we're not on the right path, or feeling maybe sorry for ourselves, or, letting that little devil planted seeds and listening to our enemies. But I was listening with Joel Osteen this morning, and he talked about how the enemies are liars, and the devil did the same thing to Eve. And then that took me down a whole other pathway, and it reminded me of when I was little and I was in the church. It wasn't that little. I mean, I was 15, so I was young, and we were at this church, and I'd asked the pastor about, the whole Adam and Eve story, right? So I asked him, well, who was around to see them? And who was around, who was there? If God created Adam first and then Eve, there's no mention in the Bible that there was some other person around that was, a writer that, was there to witness it. I don't know. And he didn't like the question I asked, and we were pretty much kicked out and couldn't have our wedding at the church. And I'm really trying hard to leave my past behind, but it's almost impossible to leave people that you love and care about behind, regardless if, you like them or not, or I'm just gonna say what's on my mind, because it's what's on my mind. And everybody's struggling, and my only way to help you to get past your struggling is by sharing parts of my life as it comes up. And I just lost my train of thought. Sorry, 1 second. Oh yes. Then my Archangel Michael cards were calling to me. So I pulled this card. I hope you can see that. Probably not. It's dark. Sorry. Let's see. I'll work on that. It's the spirit of Gaia, and it's warrior angel Isvan Darmas. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but you gotta at least try. So I started looking for the book with the explanations on the book, and well, I'm organizing things and things are changing around, so I've misplaced it. So I was being called to, I pulled a couple of cards, pre-pulled them, and the first one that came out was the Fairy Witch of the Green World. And it's the natural world needs you. So that kind of tied in with the spirit of Gaia and the warrior angel Isvan Darmas. The earth needs us, seriously. Like, the earth needs so much of our energy to sustain the life that we are living right now. And I know we're all preoccupied with everything else, but, and I know it's getting cold out, so if you're able to, this is only if you're able to get outside and take off your shoes and socks. I'm gonna do it. It's cold as heck out there, and my feet are sore, and I can feel it in my body, but my body's telling me, and then these cards are telling me, God's telling me, that we need to connect to the earth. We don't have to spend a long extended period of time outside, but our bodies need to be connected to the earth. So, and our shoes are all made of rubber or some synthetic chemical, which blocks our connection to the earth. I mean, we're connected on the top half, but we're not grounded in the bottom half. So, our energies aren't flowing. And of course, you got all the ads and everything else going on that are, keeping us preoccupied on what we need to do to heal our bodies. And connecting to the earth through our feet and grounding ourselves is very helpful. And it's good for our bodies, and it's good for the earth, and it'll raise your vibration higher. And when you start to raise your vibration higher and tell yourselves, cells, your brain, tell your cells to start healing whatever's wrong with you, and keep your faith that if God tells you that your healing's on the way, don't let the enemy or the evil plant seeds in your ears saying, oh, this is not going to happen or that's not going to happen. Just, rebuke the devil, keep your faith, and when God makes promises, he keeps them. It's just dealing with the little seeds of doubt that are planted in our heads throughout the day. The next card that came up was, and I already talked about it, it was card 45, Such a Curious Dream, grounding, returning to reality, and coming home. And that came up in reverse, so that's what led me down my talk about grounding and connecting with the earth and raising your vibration and telling you how you can heal yourself. And my information that I give is taught in all kinds of schools. I've done my research, I'm not certified in anything. I'm only certified in God, I'm certified in my intuition, and I'm certified in my truth. All the time I'm telling my truth, and I know people don't like it. And all the tarot readers out there, I just clued into something, and sometimes I'm just sitting here going, oh my God, I got all these people supporting me, and I'm just blowing them off as putting it off to some other earth angel or some other healer or some other person. I've totally excluded myself in the 3D part of it because I am extremely supportive of God and his message. And the scriptures in the Bible have been a guide, a huge guide, and that's why I don't ask for help, because it says in the Bible, not to be a beggar, but only to be a lender. And, I've lent and helped, and I'm not supposed to talk about what I do. I just work in silence, and that's my job. And yes, it may sound rigid, but I love God. Like, he's my dad. When I was young, my connection to God was I was so happy. Our traumas can really, really steal that purity in your heart, your connection to your Father, your God, because he loves you and he loves me, and he's guiding us all in the right way and how to get our purity and our faith and our love in our hearts to grow to help others. And I struggle with relationships, so that's why I stick with God. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's not meant to hurt anybody. It's not meant to make anybody feel small. It's just my own self survival mode and preservation. So, I don't let many people in that I struggle with letting people in and letting people love me. And I'm really good at sensing weirdos, and I seem to attract weirdos. And I'm working past that. When my fear, if I am ever in fear, I quickly, I guess my masculine side, my shadow side comes out, and my shadow side is like, I don't like bringing him out, because I end up being the victim again, you know, or I end up being put away, and I'm not being put away. It's just not happening. It doesn't matter how many triggers people send my way. You know, I've come to a complete wholeness with myself, that I'm not going to react in a way that's going to harm other people or make others feel bad, because else I'm just fueling the pot. I'm not part of the solution. I'm part of the problem, and I have to live my life for me. I don't live my life for anybody else. And sometimes in the world we're in, that's hard to swallow. I mean, everybody wants to be adored, and everybody wants to be successful, and everybody wants to do well in life. I mean, isn't that what we all want? And I want the same for everybody across the board. Nobody is better than anybody else, because we all get our information from God or Source or our guides. And our Source and God and our guides are never going to tell us to lie. They're never going to tell us to cheat, to steal, to overhand other people. So I guess I am rigid. And I'm focusing on the whole planet, not just my little piece here. And I'm working on lots of stuff, working on my dreams, working on my goals. I'm fixing up my trailer, and it's part of my goals and part of my dreams and part of my way of giving back and being of service. So with God by my side guiding me, I realized I didn't have to go out into the bush, because I'm already in the bush. Like, I live so remotely that, you know, bears, wolves, eagles, cougars are frequently seen here. And I'm not boasting, but I just came to this conclusion that I don't have to run anymore, and I don't have to be afraid. And I just wanted to tell you how grateful I am. And then the cards started speaking to me. So the third card that came out was the right way. It's card number 21, and it's in reverse. So you may need to learn how to create what you desire. So maybe you need to work on that. Have faith. Believe in what the good voices in your head are saying. Don't even for a second plant a seed of doubt in your mind with whatever it is, your job, your business, your family, your loved one, your husband, your boyfriend. You know, don't let the thought, you know, people say all kinds of things about what our spouses think of us. And then we hear it. And then it's somebody's planted a seed in your mind. You have to keep faith in your relationships, that you are loved greatly. You know, I had the spirit of the devil in me where, you know, I figure everybody hates me. Well, no, everybody doesn't hate me. But the more you focus on that, the more you're going to be shown that. And I think that's why God, in a way, you know, sent my family away and separated us so that I could be devoted to Him, and in the same sense not hurt them with my process of my change and my realization, because I didn't have my children to hurt them. I love my children dearly. Like, I still remember the day I gave birth to both my daughters. And, you know, those are memorable memories that never go away. And then all the memories from them when they were young and their teenage years and their adult years, they're all memories. And when we're hurt, we say hurtful things. And we always hurt the ones we love, because the ones we love never stop loving us. You know, they may not like what we have to say, but they never stop loving us. They never stop missing us. They may have a front on, and that's understandable. I've had a front on for so many years of my life that I didn't really know what was what, and I just had to let God guide me. And, you know, I made some mistakes along the way, but they were lessons. You know, God showed me different people in my life to be able to tell the difference between right and wrong, and who was right and wrong. And it heightened my senses and able to read people, to be able to decipher through their words, you know, reality from bullshit. So that's a skill. That's a huge skill. And all the years of isolation has made me heightenedly aware to the good, the bad, and the ugly. But today's video is focusing on the good and how grateful I am to all the tarot readers that are, you know, you're just beautiful. All of you guys are beautiful. I just don't resonate with the negativity. I cut that shit out completely. I won't even listen to any of it, because then I'm allowing seeds to be planted in my head, and I'm pretty of sound mind, you know. Don't have mental issues, serious mental issues. There are people out there with serious mental health issues, and planting seeds in their brains to a psychotic or it's dangerous. And I'm being just straight up honest that, you know, all the stuff that you're seeing in the world, of all the murders and all the deaths and all the hate and all that, is a culmination of all the dark readings that have been going on. And I'm not just pointing fingers at one or two people, but we're talking thousands of people, thousands of tarot readers, and you guys know who they are. And all that hate and people in the comments, and you guys know who they are because you're getting the comments, and I'm hearing the messages loud and clear. And the only way to stop it is to stop planting seeds into people's minds, because there are some people that are struggling right now with their mental health in a serious, serious way. And if you don't believe me, just turn on your news and everybody can say, oh, it's fake, it's fake, it's fake. So your neighbor being shot, is that fake? Your daughter being raped, is that fake? All that stuff that's happening in our lives may not be directly from us causing it. It is coming from the energy that is in the air, that is being stuck, that is fueling the nut jobs to lose their corks, you know, like, and doing unthinkable, disgusting things to people. We have to be responsible for our actions, for the words we speak, and for what we're doing, our thoughts in our head, and the content that we're providing to people out there. Because as you know for yourself, you're being stalked, you're being followed, you're being talked about, you're being threatened through emails, you're being threatened on phone calls, you've had to get new phones, you know, you've had to change your phone numbers. And how do I know this? I don't know how I know this, but it's common sense, because I know if I was being stalked, Um, like I said in many other videos, I start keeping notes and keeping records, and you know, people have to be responsible for their actions, but it starts with you. To the tarot readers that are reading my channel that are on the dark side, I know which ones are of light and love. I know fully well aware of which ones are of light and love, and I know which ones that are causing a lot of problems, and I think it's absolutely disgusting, but you know, what can I do? I'm just a Karen, you know, and that's what Karens do. They stand up for what's right. The Karens that they're portraying on the memes or whatever is just stupidity, you know, self-inflated egos. I don't even want to put a name to what they are, except, you know, living out of their demonic self and just ruining people's lives. So, yeah, the cards that came out, they were just, I had connected with the Archangel Michael cards and put my hands on my cards and blessed them all and cleansed them all, and then as I started taking them out, different ones had slid. So I thought, oh, well, that's a good connection, so I just went with it. And you know, I know that my messages are being heard. I know that the channel's being watched. I also know that the channel's being, you know, stonewalled or shadow banned or whatever, but that's what happens when good is trying to battle evil, and evil doesn't like it, and they start squirming and, you know, doing their thing. So this card just slid out and I hadn't called it yet, so I'm picking it up, and it's called Soul Family. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. We're not doing it alone. We're not alone. We're all here supporting each other. I'm here supporting you. I've had to unsubscribe from a lot of channels because I just had information overload, you know, and it's not just my job, and I can do what I can do, and everybody else is doing what they can do, and we all have a little piece of the spectrum, because we all are on different parts of the Canada and USA and China and Indonesia and all over the world, and the messages are getting out, and we all are connected. So our little band of love is buffering and changing all the nastiness of the energy that's being put out into the world. So I'm so grateful for you guys. I have so much respect for everybody out there doing their part and doing whatever they can do to survive and get by, because it's tough out in this world with so many scammers and everybody, you know, at the drop of a hat, constantly needing money. Like, I know we need money to live and survive, but how much do we really need? I mean, like I said yesterday in my last video, I'm happy when the sun comes up, because the sun graces my face, and it cleanses my soul, and it heals my spirit. And the more I'm connected to spirit, the happier I am. The more my vibrations rise. When I buy stuff, you know, the thrill is like, it lasts 2 or 3 minutes, and then it's gone away. I would rather live in a state of constant euphoric feelings, and knowing that every step I take is guided. Every step I take, I am able to cleanse and bless the earth of all negativity that is stuck in her. I'm able to heal people. I'm able to heal myself. I know what I'm doing right for my body, and I know what I'm doing wrong for my body, and I have to take charge of my own vessel, my own energy source, because if I'm gone, then where's my energy? It's not connected, not in the 3D. I mean, we can all live with our heads in the clouds, but in the reality, you know, we still have dishes to do and floors to sweep, or maybe even to clean our toilet. It could be a multitude of things. Everybody's life is different than another, and everybody has their own projects going on. And, you know, when I tap in, it's just a sensing. I don't even have to think of a specific person. It just comes to me that people are doing well, and that's what I'm letting stick. The seeds of goodness and love is what's sticking for me, and I'm just so overly proud of everybody that is the, you know, I heard it in a thing that I was listening to, and I can't remember. They call it the lepers of the 21st century or whatever. You know, we're the ones that nobody wants to be around, even though we're shining our light and being good and giving love. You know, the darkness has a more thrill seeker to it, you know, and that's why they make all these really gross movies to portray our entities and our elementals in a negative light, so that people are afraid of them and won't connect. So I'm working on my own thing. I'm going at the higher chains, you know. I'm not after little guys, because I'm just not after little guys. I'll give advice to the little guy, but I'm not after little guys. And my priority is just to love all the leaders that are struggling, because they're being programmed and puppeteered to as well. So if we all start loving our leaders, even though they have taken and hurt us and destroyed our families and all that stuff, all that hate that we have trapped inside us, we have to let go, and we have to love them. In order to see the change in the world that we want to see, we have to find a way to forgive, because we've all been under this sort of control, you know. And I pray you really understand what I'm trying to say, because they've been saying it for years, you know, about them harvesting the planet for the gold, for the gems, for the crystals, for all that stuff. They're just depleting the planet. So if you can make a change in your part of the world, just to make small changes, and all your followers start making small changes, as a collective, our love barrier, our love veil, our blanket of love will cover it all and soothe it, and things will greatly change. The next card I called in was the Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle. Well, yeah, I have my own theories about that, and we all are the light. We all are oracles. We are. Just raise your vibration. Don't let the seeds of your enemies be planted in your brain. Start controlling your thoughts. Start paying attention to what you're listening to that may be taking you down a path that is hurting others. And realize that our words, it doesn't matter if it's for entertainment purposes only or not, to the psychopath and the schizophrenic, to everybody, it's crazy town, and it has a direct effect on our planet. And I don't care who sues me, because I don't have anything. I make sure that I am getting rid of everything of value that people would think that is of value, so there's just nothing left so that they can take if they sue me. But I'm not really worried about it. See, that's the ego. The ego thinks that way. Just get rid of everything. Even the Bible says just to get rid of everything. Anything of value. Get rid of it. Because if you have nothing, they can't get anything from you. You know? That was my interpretation. And this is fun. I'm so happy that you're here. We got the 7 deadly sins. Humanity's destructive traits. Well, this is just an excellent, you know, my energy is going into the cards, and the cards are just showing to me what I'm already thinking. So I'm using them as tools. And when they're used as tools, they're looked at, oh, I should, bottom of the deck was choices. Make the best choices. Oh my God. These cards are beautiful. I don't know what the name of them are. Hang on, I'll find out for you. I know you guys like a long read and you like to listen, so I might as well. Oh, hang on. If my video cuts off, I apologize, and I don't have an editing software, and I just don't have extra time to put into editing, so I apologize for that. And I know everybody's got visuals because we're all visuals, right? It's my hands. I got double M's on my both hands. I never figured out what that was, and I started reading up on palmistry, and I encourage you guys to read up on palmistry, but apparently it's master manifester. It's almost like a God sign, and lots of wealth coming your way. So you got to keep believing in yourself, and don't let people plant seeds of doubt in your head. You know, we really have to believe that we can call from the ethers into earth and create heaven on earth for real. You know, that whole twin flame thing, you know, I had a good giggle because there was this one lady I was following, and I knew for right away she was energy harvesting, and I seen her comment on this channel that happened to be mentioned on the twin flame thing on Netflix, and that made me so happy that all those people finally were set free. You know, your twin flame, I'll tell you, your twin flame, you'll know you've met your twin flame because it'll start from the bottom of your feet, and the vibrations will rise up, and you will feel overwhelmed with emotion, heightened sexuality, attractiveness. You have to listen to your body when you're looking, and the more you're looking and chasing, the further he is away from you. So just know that he's with you already. You know, when you feel that euphoric feeling coming in and you're single, know that that's your twin flame, and they're thinking of you too. So know that they're already with you. You just have to keep that connection, because that person may be on the other side of the world. So your energy from where you are to where they are goes around the earth. It's like an umbrella of love. And this is why people start, those in higher up, those when the vibration of love rises, that's when more and more stuff is put in front of us. More wars, more negativity, more stuff to dumb us down. So once you figure that out and can separate from what's real and what's the illusion. Oh my God. Things are going to change so quickly. Put your own umbrella up. Your own umbrella of protection. The name of those cards are... Sorry, I'm all over the place. Mystical Wisdom Oracle cards. The Work Your Light Oracle cards. And where'd the other one go? Oh, well, isn't that strange? Oh, Work Your Light Oracle card. I think I said that already. And I'll, what was, oh, at the bottom of the deck, I put my thing, we have Creative Wonderment. So know to follow your dreams and know that everything's going to be okay. If you can just raise your vibration at your part of the world, your area of the spectrum, whatever level you're at, if you're just a newbie or a teenager, or you know, you're an old soul. Old souls are crotchety, and you know, sometimes they deal with doubt too. They deal with bitterness, and I'm sure, you know, I'm gonna get backlash, but at the same token, it's because they don't like what I'm saying, and they're just like, who the hell does she think she is? You know, I have all this stature and I know all this stuff. How come she can get it? And how come her messages are making the change? Well, because I'm doing it from my heart, with truth, with honesty, with, you know, as much authenticity as I can possibly give to you over a phone. I work for God. I use my cards for tools, and I use them for good. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. We got card number 11. Changed in the night. You have changed incredibly and quickly. And you will notice that so many things will open up for you. So many doors will open up for you. And when that realization, which I just had, because of all the good tarot readers, and it, you know, I guess timing is everything, right? You can't force people to be on your timeline when they're just not capable, you know, or they're not able. So don't get frustrated. Just know that they're at a different level. That's all. Try not to get hurt by it. And then realize, who in the world are you? It's card number 19. Getting to know the new you. You know, you, and this is specific to, it's to Brittany Cosmic Wife. She reminds me and looks like my daughter, and I can't stop sending love her way, and just wishing you all the best in life always. And just realize we all learn at different levels, and even though we want to know and do everything the right way for everybody involved, we all learn lessons at a different rate and a different speed. And it's realizing the people that are around you are there testing you. They're just testing you. You have to not let them plant seeds in your mind, and know that you are a fucking queen and a goddess and whatever hyped up, beautiful, glorious, wonderful, happy human being, and that you're a light to many people, and that you are greatly, greatly loved and appreciated, because you do raise the vibration. And to Jenny and White Feather Tarot, there's just so many people, and to Patty and to Lana Scott Lighthouse, you know, we're all on different levels, we're all on different journeys, and Everybody wants to get to know the real you, not the mask you, you know. And I guess when we all go through, and I didn't mean that at all in a derogatory manner, I just caught myself. You guys are amazing. I have no complaints. I love listening to your readings. Everybody's coming along in their own ways because they're just being filtered through all the crap that, you know, the umbrella of crap, the umbrella of negativity. And slowly, one person by one person, they're slowly being brought into the light. And yeah, all our gifts are coming our way. All the things that all our rewards for all the crap that we've been through, they're coming. And they're going to come different for every person. So some people have bigger dreams and different dreams. So everybody's going to get whatever they're focusing on. And for that, I'm happy. And I'm happy for you guys. You know? There's just so many good readers out there. There's so many people on different levels. There's so many people I have connections with. And I have, you know, I've done cord cutting things because after a while, your energy gets depleted. And sometimes you just have to separate yourself. And that's okay, because that's part of self-care. You got to take care of yourself in order to extend and able to heal yourself, because you need that energy, that good energy. Because there's so many healers giving free healing. You got to use it for good. Use it for yourself. Start with yourself first. You know, that first thing they say on the airplane, put on your air mask first. Save yourself. And we got curiouser and curiouser. Discovering. So you're discovering new things, and you're making inquiries and tapping into your intuition and listening to God. And you're accepting your authentic self, even if people call you weird. And your curiosity is God's guidance from, you know, as long as it's good and it's not causing harm to anybody, any animal, any person, place, or thing. If you're not causing harm to anybody, it's all good to go. And this video has been over 42 minutes long. So on that note, I'm going to pull a prayer card for you guys, because it's important. Because God had many blessings and many scriptures that were meant to enhance our life, not to control our life. Oh my goodness. Well, there was 5 that dropped out. So I'll read one and put the rest on as shorts. And now, dear brothers and sisters, one thing is, fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise. And it's Philippians chapter 4, verse 8. So know that you are blessed. Know that you are protected. Know that you are loved from my side of the planet, wherever you are. I love you. And when I say I love you, my vibration rises. So that makes me happy. And I'm making myself happy by being of service. So that makes me happy. And I really am grateful for all you guys out there supporting me. Because it's been a journey. And we deserve everything, all our rewards for all the things that we've had to endure for generations and generations and generations. Our mothers and our grandmothers and our grandfathers and all of us that just wanted to love the earth and have a happy life. It's our time. It's coming. It's so close, like I can almost touch it. So God bless you today. God bless you tomorrow. God bless you always. I love you guys. Take care. See you again soon.